Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
You're an idiot.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a gnoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Bells, it's our job to get us out of here safely, not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't care about us. No one does.
No questions? All right.
Don't be shy.
Let me work my magic.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Hey, good looking.
Let's get going. We'll need a cover story.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Fexite.
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Down, Claw! Bad girl! She's a little overexcited. Been a busy day. Lads are celebrating. Who? If he ain't one of us, and if he's here, he's down in the pits.
The pits? He couldn't be somewhere pleasant sounding, could he? Better still be alive.
Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up.
These big goats could guard the place
Stop
themselves.
fidgeting.
Let us off the hook.
Whip you for your giblets. Got thick giblets. One on!
Touch me, and I'll bleed you out.
could go for a good meal.
Ready and willing.
Looking ahead. Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Making me sweat.
Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Ah,
You look like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it?
all Reichslands, make as a blade in the quarry.
You look like you got looking to spend it. Get moving.
Fall and fight for great glory. If all Reichslands, best make as a blade in the quarry. Or be you beheaded. Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Dror Ragnar, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and draw you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Keep that mountains, great mortals, all hinders to quake. The true souls are coming, the louders awake. Here follow, I fall and fight for great glory. Draw Reichslands, best make as a blade in the quarry. Be you beguiled, or be you beheaded. Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Dror Ragzlin, his voice absolute.
Won't stop me yet.
His troops will disarm you and draw you the truth. Not if you dare recoil of your musty breath. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Mountains, great mortals, all hinders to quake.
Statue of Seluna. This ruin must have been dedicated to her. And now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
His name is Dror Ragzlin, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and draw you the truth. Not dare recoil of your lust. The new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Hinders to quake. Disarm you and draw you the truth. This is going to be not dare recoil of you must.
Out my way!
A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Great mortals, all hinders to quake. The true souls are coming, their louders awake. You follow by far and wide for great glory. Dror Ragzlin.
Fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest. Everyone just barges in here, thinking they rule the world. Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
I feel I should warn you that the average goblin foot is host to some 24 toe-curling diseases.
Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
goblin stares, mouth agape. Then he sets his jaw and falls to his knees.
There. I done it. Arrogant swine.
More heretical symbols, of course.
What was I saying? Just had to talk to you. I got to take this.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you when dreaded. His name is Dror Raglan, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and roar you the truth. Not dare recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Great mortals all hinders to quake.
Escape! Escape!
Hell's that yowling bleeds the ears. Is
Or be you beheaded.
ready to get a game?
Goblin kind will tease you and throat with fragulous crown and with scepter abraid. Draw Raglan, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Raglan.
Come on, you turnip!
Wait!
Come on!
Now, look what you've done.
Come on!
Of course.
Idiot!
Right, yes. More.
No. Enjoying the view. Looking tasty in these new breeches, ain't I? Are you kidding? Maybe they're a bit loose. Not like that chunky dwarf I nicked them off. Daft bastard came to us. And I'd been praying for a square meal. Had a couple of coins in the pockets and stuff. Sure.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Really? Oh.
Hey, soldier. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. We were both part of Zariel's in the ground. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you? Lucky you. Sometimes I think I'd be better off indulging in a bit of light oblivion. Well, we may as well make some good memories mixed in with the body horror, huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening. Think of it as long I can an eruption the size of Waterdeep, I think my exact words were. If it should ever come to that, I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. And he tried. Mistral, she was called then. As the god was an event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. If it takes the death of a god to stop you, I'd say your ambition has gotten somewhat out of hand. Not that I'm one to talk, of course. Now, so many centuries later, I try Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Oh, beg your pardon. You must be here to join the other true souls. Please, go right ahead. Well, because that's what you are, innit? Like Priestess Gut and Boss Ragslin. Gods, we even got a drow now. The Absolute is gathering us all together.
Selûne. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Good. I wasn't intending to.
Maybe we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
Do you hear the Absolute's voice? Do you...
Ain't polite to stare, Wormwalt. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off. Ain't just a mark on the flesh. It's magic. Only them what follows the Absolute can see it. Lets us know you're on our side. That way, nobody will mess with you. Priestess will sort you out. Only thing she likes more than praying is burning folk. Then I'll hear her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'll cut your brain to bits. Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away, You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi! Priestess!
Acted like us.
We want them all.
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
No interest in chatting to the Absolute myself. I've got enough going on up here.
What am I to do?
That the jingle of coin, I hear? Already turned quite the profit today?
You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Half right, sharp eyes. Azen is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you? You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. Ask the drow they're all bowing to. That glint in her eye is bad news for someone. Not my concern, so long as I'm paid. Speaking of, something to trade or what? Pleasure.
No one back home will ever believe this.
That the jing already.
You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the
pleasure. Need something else? pleasure.
Soldier.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Come on, let's go.
Quite ready for you.
What's next, I wonder?
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Oi, come here. Ready to clear your head? Smart. All you need to do...
Psionic feelers creep across your mind. Like a pick sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches.
Hells! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain. No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah? No. You ain't leaving till we get to the bottom of this. You could be dangerous. It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple. I guess we're doing this. Sweet dreams. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking. Liar! We've both seen the monster that put it there, and I know what happens next. Stop trying to confuse me. You're a liar. Everything's clear since the Absolute chose me. You're the one that's broken. Do you even know who you are anymore? Maybe that's what the creature wants you to think. It's gonna start eating your flesh too, changing you. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles. Think you're special, do ya? You're not. I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream. Not likely. You're forgetting one thing. I've got the Absolute to protect me. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points. You slip free of the chains.
Just out of view. On my way. Carefully now.
Your violence. You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope? It's my master you should thank. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. You'll meet him again soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude. In the meantime, try not to get yourself killed. I won't always be watching.
Let's move.
What's that?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Absolute. Priest. Everyone. My mother's throne.
The spell's power.
There you are. Glad you're all right. What happened in there? Really? Who? Ugh. So now the rat is sending out cockroaches. Joy. Glad you're in one piece, but I doubt this little favor will come without a price. Let's get rid of this tadpole. Cambion might lose interest when we're a little less, well, interesting. There are enough absolutists in this place to fill a reserve trench. One of them must have something interesting to say, right? Let's find out.
How can I help?
Nothing for you in there, mate.
Wouldn't go in there. Lest you fancy blowing your bones all the way to Baldur's Gate. Yes, my desire. Closer, my sweet. I will wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you. Delicious, I do not know. But cruel and sharp, yes. Bindable and wrappable and biteable, yes. Freedom!
This ain't the party, pal. We're working here.
I've seen flumps and owlbears and squiddies, but never seen nothing like you.
If I were you, I'd get me arse back to the party before somebody put me to work.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Magloviet. Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goomless as the rest of them. They'll turn on you soon enough. Then you'll be wishing you was in a cage. You'll end up being supper for the spiders or the wargs. 'Cause I'm loyal to Magloviet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god. They like feasting, fighting, and fornicating. Who doesn't? Absolute gives them that. Gotta know your place in the world, though. Magloviet's kept us in line. That's what a god's supposed to do.
Longing for small spaces, stone walls hugging close, confining. There is a light here, in the tight space beneath the floor. Secret things that shine.
That's what was.
Boss Ragslin weren't lying when he said anyone could join the Absolute's ranks.
Keep moving. Lest you're wanting a clubbing and drubbing.
You're either with the Absolute or against her. Ain't no in between.
I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
The hobgoblin.
Dragon.
You taste the ale on his tongue. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon.
Guess it doesn't matter what you are. You're a true soul. And that's good enough for me.
He doesn't speak his next words.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse, speak and say sooth. Lucan ok al koldek shulko kank.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes, under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer. Ragslin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Ragslin's voice, you ask.
Who is the Absolute?
Ragslin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. Then the creature speaks in visions. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, null teeth dripping with blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
You feel Ragslin's suspicions. He'd never have asked about his master. You remain in control. Barely.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Again, visions flow through you. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Gith on the hunt. They know something.
Suspicion floods Ragslin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
Why were the Gith chasing that ship?
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
What in the...
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. The damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Praise the Absolute.
No prizes for guessing what this weapon thereafter really is. The artifact.
If that's the case, we've got more problems than just the worms in our heads.
Their city will be razed to the ground. And they'll know she is Absolute. Sit and take your drink from her barrel. You will reign.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire. Tempers are rising.
There's no time to waste.
You fertilize the fields with the dead. Rivers and streams will flow with their blood.
Still alive, so that's progress. Right tool will do the trick.
Yes! Damon can use this to fix me.
Drink from her barrel. Will rain.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
My faith will guide me.
Lost in thought.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Hey ho.
Your turn to round up more spiders.
No, it ain't.
Hey!
Right.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Wanna dance?
Still breathing, despite everything.